happen to Noah guy.
But you're probably wondering, how do we solve the issues in the Central African Republic? Well,
We got our guys right here.
Our country, France, is tirelessly working to solve the controversies and violence that is currently happening in the Central African Republic between the Muslim, Seleka, and Christian anti-Balaka groups. We believe that we can assist in clarifying these complications by having each of the religious groups send 10 representatives to gather in a secure room with no weapons.
There will be peacekeepers inside to keep the meeting regulated in order to avoid the tone from the battlefield coming into the room. Before exiting, the representatives from the two different religious groups must sign and agree to a contract that states they will enforce a temporary ceasefire. This will allow for more meetings to be held for them to settle their differences and establish new norms for a more peaceful coexistence.
Another way we are working to help end the violence in the Central African Republic is to track down the weapon suppliers for both the Christian anti-Balaka group and the Muslim Seleka group. Once found, we will offer incentives like tax reduction in order to persuade weapon suppliers to stop supplying weapons to these battling groups. In addition to our attempt to persuade weapon suppliers through positive economic incentives, we would also like to deter them through other approaches.
We will first highlight the catastrophic impact of the atrocities carried out using their weapons by showing photos of the destruction depicting people and property. We will be clear about the next steps taken should they choose to continue the violence, in which case our delegate will urge the United Nations to take action penalizing them severely by revoking their access to materials needed in making these weapons and sanctioning countries who supply materials or aid to them.
We would also like to introduce a new concept that will create a major shift in a citizen's life focus, from destructive to productive. This idea centers on converting the focus of mercenaries and other soldiers from the battlefield to the workforce. 3 distinct initiatives will be established under the broad idea of redirecting the violent efforts of soldiers.
These 3 initiatives refocus the energy currently expended on planning and carrying out attacks to leveraging Central African Republic's rich natural resources. An international team of scientists will be deployed to identify where certain resources are the most abundant. The first initiative is Project Bangs to Bling, which reassigns retired soldiers to areas of high diamond concentrations to harvest this mineral from the mines. The second initiative is Project
Fighting to Lighting. This idea identifies areas with lots of uranium and has soldiers work in those mines. Uranium is the future of electricity and is very valuable. The third and last initiative is Project
Killing to Milling.
Ranges with soil rich in nutrients and essential for trees will be utilized for tree farms and ultimately give occupations to previous mercenaries and soldiers.
Thank you.
Could you hook one more time?
Okay.
If you need I happen to Noah guy.
But you're probably wondering, how do we solve the issues in the Central African Republic?